Hi everyone, welcome to my Flosstube channel, Thread the Needle. My name is Vani and I'm from Newfoundland, Canada. And welcome and thank you for coming back. I know it's been a long time and I wanted to say thank you to everyone who had reached out to me, checking in and making sure I was doing okay. I am perfectly fine. It has just been a busy almost 2 months since the last time I was with you all, and it's just been busy with work, with family, with life, and I finally feel like I'm getting back into a routine where I can actually stitch, because that was another reason that I didn't film anything, was because I wasn't stitching a lot. I lost my stitching bug for a little while and then it came back, and then time just didn't permit for me to stitch even though I wanted to. But I'm back, and I think for the rest of the summer, if not regularly, I will make at least a couple more videos while in the midst of doing some family things, and then hopefully by September we should be back into a normal routine. So let's begin. If this is your first time to my channel, or if you've only seen a couple of videos, welcome. This is where I share my love of full coverage cross stitch. And I love the variety of full coverage cross stitch. It's just, and I love the coverage, and I just love the way it looks like a painting when it's finished. It's my favorite thing to do. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back again and again. I cannot thank you for your support. It is always welcome. And let's begin. So over the course of the last few weeks, more so in the recent few weeks, I got some stitching done. So let's dive right in and move on with that. So the first project that I picked up was Autumn Owl Trio, and it's being stitched on 22 count fabric, 2/1 full cross. And here it is. So it's a lovely, colorful piece. And I believe I was able to fill in this diagonal right here, the orange, and then fill in this section here, and I'm on my way to do the next diagonal. So it's a lovely, oh, it's so much fun to work on. That owl is just starting to take shape, and because of one of my other challenges, I get to see some of the colors in the next owl. So it's going to be really fun to get started on that one. But I'm making some headway. It's lovely. So next on my list that I got to work on, and I'm actually doing what Leanne does. Leanne on Flosstube is Small Town Stitches, although I think on her Instagram, her Insta name has changed because she does a lot of homesteading too. She's a big planter, so she's got planter boxes and with vegetables and all kinds of plants. So you got to go check her out. But my friend, she has an app, and she told me about it, and she tells all of you about it too, that she uses that to do what I do on paper and pen. For me, originally what I had was I had listed out all my projects on a piece of paper, cut them all up and put them in a bag, and I would randomly choose a project to pick on until I got through my entire list. Leanne took it one step further and she put them in an app, and I found one too, and it worked great. So what you do is you spin the wheel, and once it selects a project for you to work on, it will automatically remove that project from the list, so there's no repeats, which is super helpful. Then you get through your entire list of projects. So next I landed on Avarice. So this is in my series of sins, and here is what I've got done so far with Avarice, and this is how much I had done previous to it. And I'm so happy I'm finally getting into the arch shape. You can see the diamonds here. Each of them have a version of diamonds based on what the theme of the picture is. And this one is just a burst of yellow sunshine diamonds, and it's beautiful. So much fun to work on. And I'm really loving the progress that I'm making with it. So lovely. On to my next project, I drew Ayana. Ayana is also a lovely piece that I've been working on for a very long time. It was originally a UFO in my pile of never-ending projects, and I finally took her out and added her to my forever project work in progress pile. I decided that I wanted to work on all of my projects, which is why I decided to put them all in my current work in progress. So here's Ayana. As you can see, with all the black there next to it, but as you can see, I finished this diagonal right here. And this is some confetti stitching that I had done earlier, but I'm slowly feeling my way through it. And in the next picture, we should get some lovely detail coming in. I'm trying to picture it in my head, but it's really hard to pick out with the confetti, but soon we should get more of the picture and more of the detail coming out. And if you squint really hard, you can make it out, but we'll wait until the picture appears. So that's Ayana. Most of these, actually all three of them that I just showed you, are on 22 count 2/1 full cross. Next one, I believe, is 18 count. This is Mini Opening Night, the ballerina one, and I was able to finish another diagonal on it. So let me see if I can fold this properly so you can get a close-up view. So this is where I was able to finish a diagonal on that page, and then we'll move on to the next diagonal. So there is a lot of background on this project before we actually get to the ballerina, but I'm okay with it. It's the colors are very easy on the eye, and it's a very calming piece to work on, and so I really don't mind it at all. Now the next one is my London piece. I really have a special place in my heart for this one. London was the last place that we visited pre-COVID. We actually got back from London, and then a few months later the world exploded with COVID. So I've always wanted to visit London, and so this one always brings back memories of all the places that I visited while I was there with the family. And so here's London. Whoop. I really like the detail that comes out in this one, especially the ivy or the whatever leaves these are. So it's really nice, and I was able to, I've decided to, this is where the page line is. So I'm going to try and work across this way because the frame can only fit so much in it. So I decided to try and work within the frame rather than go all the way down a diagonal because it's just on the edges of my frame and it's really hard to work with. So I'm going to go just up until this page in the diagonals and then move the frame down and start working on the bottom. But yeah, so there's my London. It's such a fun piece to work on. I can't wait to get all the details drawn in. And the final piece that I've been working on is my Peacock Fantasy. Oh my god, I love this one so much. I love peacocks to begin with, and this one, just the colors, and there's more and more detail coming out, and I can just imagine what is to come, and that makes me so excited. So here is my Peacock Glamour. Like, I mean, come on. It is to die for gorgeous, and as you can tell, we're getting the top part of the stitching done here, and then the feathers are going to come in here. Oh, it is going to be so beautiful. So beautiful. So that's my little update for my works in progress. I really hope to do some more stitching. Although the last couple of days have been unseasonably warm here in Newfoundland, and we're talking like they've got heat warnings for us, and that is so not a normal summer for us. We're lucky if we reach like 25-30 degrees, but lately it's been hitting 30, and then with the Humidex we've been going up to 38 degrees Celsius, and it's too hot. My home is, we don't have an air conditioner because we've never had to. The way Newfoundland is in the summers it goes up to 20 max when I was younger, and 20-25 if we're lucky, and as soon as the sun goes down, you just have to open a window and that's your air conditioner. So this is like out of the norm kind of heat for us. And I find, especially the last 2 days, I was exhausted just because of the heat, and I just didn't want to do anything. I would come home and I would just lay on the sofa and vegetate. I just did not want to do anything in that heat. But I think today's a bit better, so I think I'll get some stitching done tonight. And I think finally in the nights it's going down below 25, so I'm able to get some sleep, because that's a problem too. When it's too hot, I can't sleep no matter how many fans we got going and the windows are open. But I think finally tonight it's going to cool down, so hopefully we'll be able to get some work done today. So I look forward to sharing with you what I have coming up within the next little while. I cannot guarantee or promise that it will be in a timely manner, but I will do my best to continue to stitch and share with you as soon as I can. So thank you for joining me here today. It was so lovely to get back into this. I missed all of you so much, and I can't wait to see what I get to work on to share with you. Have a wonderful stitching day. Bye.